So now we're going to move into our time of a student testimony. If y'all would give a big, warm welcome to Philip Sheppard. So first question I have for you, Philip, is what is your spiritual background and what was life like growing up?
So growing up, my parents didn't take me to church, but they took me to church camp in the summertime. So I heard the story of Jesus, but I didn't know what it was like to have a relationship with him. When I got older, my parents, they started arguing, and eventually they got divorced when I was 13 years old. And my mom decided to stay in Germany. So that left a huge hole in my heart and just felt depressed. I contemplated suicide. It was just a very dark time in my life.
How did you come to faith in Christ? What was that like?
So my dad, he started taking me to a youth night at Stonewater Church in my town called Elevate. And with every sermon, I started hearing God speak to me and just leading me to grow closer to Christ. And, you know, I tried filling the void in my heart with friendships, with video games, just other things that weren't quite filling that void. And so later in the fall semester in 2013, I prayed to receive Christ. The pastor called us up to the front for those of us that didn't have faith in Christ, didn't have a relationship with him, but wanted to. And so from there, I just prayed to receive Christ.
Praise Jesus. Since you decided to follow Jesus, how have you grown in your faith since?
And so after I prayed to receive Christ, I was still struggling with depression, but I went from feeling hopeless to having hope, renewed hope in my life. And I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and I had faith in God's plan. And so eventually I overcame that depression in high school. I gained fellowship with my fellow Christians and classmates, and we started a Bible study in high school. And people were inspired by that, and more people started studying the Bible with us. And then my freshman year of college, I got involved with the BSM, started evangelizing, and I befriended a classmate of mine in my astronomy class in my freshman year. And I had the opportunity to share my faith with him and invite him to Vertical a few times. And a few weeks later, he prayed to receive Christ.
That's awesome. Last question that I have for you is what is a word of encouragement or a challenge you'd like to share with everyone?
So for those of you that have faith in Christ already, I just encourage you to keep growing your faith through evangelism, through prayer, Bible study, fellowship, and just attending sermons, because that's what helped me so much in growing my faith. And it allowed me to have the opportunity to help witness a fellow friend of mine to Christ for the first time. And for those of you who are on the fence or you have a hole in your heart you're trying to fill and you don't know what to fill it with, I just encourage you to seek Jesus and let him restore your heart like he did for me.
Good word. Thank you so much, Philip. Can we give a big hand to Philip? Thanks. Right.